Lovely.
Hello.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. Sprint planning for the week. And for the most part, everybody, it will be coloring voxels work. So Jack's working on making more levels, getting them ready to be put into build. Bob's doing lots of bug fixing and trying to best make it look pretty. And then most of the week's going to be made up making the trailer. I've also got other little tasks, but the trailer's going to be the majority of the stuff together.
Yeah, we'll get there. There's only a few more days until launch, but we'll get there. Be fine, right? Right?
Okay, so I've managed to get quite a lot done today for Planetarium. I did make that Dyson Sphere world that I said I would be doing on Friday, and I think it looks pretty good. Rob did say it looked a bit evil looking to me. It's because it's actually a red dwarf star in the middle here, so it gives off that sort of vibrant red hue. I think it looks really good. I actually decided to split the red dwarf star from the Dyson Sphere itself, so you can see here these are actually separate levels, as I thought the Dyson Sphere level itself would be quite fun to play with, the sort of hollow shell look. It might be satisfying to play around with, so hopefully that'll play pretty well. As well as that, I've also made the O'Neill cylinder. I don't know anything much about it. I know it sort of acts as like a sort of like the ring here, where there's like a sort of structure, and then there's the sort of land mass on the inside of the walls. I don't know much about it, that's more for Rob, but I did build it, and it does look pretty close aesthetically to the sort of mock design that we have in real life. The purple strips here will represent the window, so you will be able to see inside the structure where it's actually inside the game, but we can take a little cheeky peek now, just so nothing's left too much up to the imagination. You can see here, it sort of shares the look of the ring over there, and you can see that it's got like lakes and vegetation on the inside, as well as the solar panels that feed the station. And for the last thing I've been working on today, as well as this asteroid belt, I've also been doing this shuttle here. So the real shuttle that we see, in today's life. I think it looks pretty good. It was quite hard getting all those details into a bit of a smaller design. It's not too small, but it's not massive to incorporate everything. But I did manage to do the inside of the cargo hold, which I was really proud of. So if we look on this way, and I'll open it up. Here we go. What I didn't actually realise in terms of the actual design of the shuttle is actually a solar panel sort of set here that sits inside the cargo bay hangar doors. I think they look really cool. So I've actually added those in, folded in on the inner wall here. So obviously, if you imagine it in real life, when it opens up, the solar panels will open and it'll take the energy from the sun. And you can see here as well, we've got the sort of crane, that classic crane that sits on the inside.
Okay, ready for some more scrollings on the whiteboard. Basically, this is going to be the trailer. I'm sure it all makes sense. Lee knows what it means, hopefully. And then we've done a quick meeting for planning out the arcade world. So lots of ideas here: pinball, axe throwing, stuff like that. Loads and loads of ideas for the arcade. So we're going to see. Fingers crossed, like Jack will do it. It's the last one that we need for the for launch. So yeah. Okay, so one of the issues we had on Friday was we had a big fire alarm. So it basically interrupted our show and tell meeting that we do every month. It's a bit of a shame because we were getting a lot of good QA notes on colouring voxels, so a lot of them I managed to address. I don't know if you can read through my scribbles. It barely made sense anyway. There's some level fixes up here. A lot of like usability issues, like scrolling on the palette and stuff like that with the mouse wheel and things like that weren't in. So I've just been going through them. There are a couple of bugs still outstanding, basically just do with settings and things like that. I'll show you quickly on the computer. The scrolling for the settings menu was too weak, I guess. It always is. It's always pushback we get for Unity games. But I've also made sure that this scroll bar is visible and is all pixelified as well.
Just finishing up some of these smaller tasks today. There's some of these images to edit from when we did show and tell on Friday. A couple of things was that the white in this grey image here is reused in this blue, and it's the only colour that's reused across these 4 quadrants. So just remove the white from here just to make that sort of match the pattern. And then again on this periodic table image, we noticed some of these letterings were not centered quite well across the board, and I went through realigning each one of these, making sure they're all centered nicely. And doing so, I noticed here in the middle, RU was duplicated twice, so fix it up as well. That's actually meant to be RH, which has been fixed in the build now as well. And then finally, the achievements have all been uploaded and tested as well. They're all working good now as well, so that's good. Now what is left to do is to get that TV from over there, put it on my desk, and start making the trailer.
Okay, so I've managed to get the entirety of Planetarium done, and when I did put the original levels into Unity, there was a bit of a problem with having too low of a voxel count. I needed about 6,000 more, so I decided to actually merge the moon with the Earth and make an extra level. And you can see over here I've made a new one, which is sort of like a destroyed planet, or sort of a planet erupting from the core. I think it looks really cool. I was going to go for a bit more of an asteroid, like broken up design, but I thought just having it a bit more subtle, I say subtle, like half the planet's gone, but close enough. But this, I think, makes it a lot more clear what's going on. I'm actually really proud of it. I think I did a pretty good job of conveying a destroyed world. And this is all now in Unity, so it's being, I'm assuming it's being plain tested right now. And it's all laid out better as well. This looks a bit like a mess, but as for now, this is Planetarium done until I assume there'll be more fixes. And as for now, I'm actually working on the last world of the game, which is Arcade. And I've just started Arcade, but it's been really fun so far. Nice change of pace from the Planetarium world. As you can see here, I've got some arcade machines already built in. But I'm really happy with these. I'm really happy with these arcade machines. As once I find them, I've actually done the insides as well. It's quite a small sort of design because I want to incorporate a lot of other machines, but I did manage to get quite a lot in. Obviously, all these arcade machines are same except for in design, so the insides are the same. So if I have a quick peek on the inside, we're going to have a little look. There we go, you can sort of see some of the insides there. There's some insides there for the monitors at the top as well. And I have done a lot of referencing to sort of get these right. However, looking at arcade machines, I'll be honest, they look like just a jumble of mess and wires. So it was quite hard to get it right, but I think I've gotten them. I've sort of compiled a lot of reference together to make this sort of design, and I think this looks about right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build in the other arcade machines for this sort of neon/Tron looking arcade, and then I'm going to move over to another theme, which I think is going to be like a steampunk sort of, you know, traditional sort of look.
Right, okay, I can't remember when I've done my last update, but I've basically just been flat out working on the game, all aspects of it really. So one of the big things that we've changed, we've got this in game. Today I've just been working on like getting some materials in for these various different things. So you can see the planet is like exploding, but like the exploding magma is all glowy. Is it magma in that scenario, or is that lava? Anyway, I've also been spending a lot of time getting the main menu sort of like performing a lot better. So you can see that this it is chunking a little bit now, but I think that's just my PC. It's had a really rough day. The performance of actually loading in to new worlds is far better. So I managed to get the medieval one down from like, I think it was like 30 seconds the other week to 0.8 of a second. It hitches twice, but I don't think there's much more we can really do. And yeah, the performance improvements means that we can actually see the underwater world which is going on now, because there's just so many blocks that were involved in it. So I've got this like fish tank aesthetic thing going on, and it's looking really good. There's still a bit of work to be done to complete the fill and things like that, but yeah, really happy with that. And then a couple of other things. So on medieval, I did have a pass on the particle effects and things like that, just to make things a little bit nicer. So one of the many loading in things as well is that there's no particle effects this bit, and then once everything's loaded, the particle effects appear. So you can see this wind appearing here, which is new, and then the smoke starts rising slowly out of the chimney. So yeah, just lots of little details like that. We're just trying to get the quality of the game to be the best it possibly can as well.
Yeah, all of today and a decent bit of yesterday as well has been me just essentially playing coloring voxels. Look here on my notebook, there we go. I've been essentially trying to get a list of different clips that I want to put for the trailer, and I've been going through the game, getting various clips, trying to stick to that for the plan that we had. And over here now you can see I have all the clips that I think I need. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is actually make a start on the project for the video, and then try and get together a rough draft, or at least the first pass. We'll go from there in terms of making like iterations and just fixing up the trailer and getting it as good as we can. So well, a quick update for a long day. Yeah, just getting a lot of the stuff done for colouring voxels. You see here my notebook, the absolute mess of notes I've been taking. We're crossing them out as we're finishing them. And yeah, the big one is this launch post that's been put out now so everyone can see, alongside the schedule graphic as well. This took a much longer time than expected, but it's done. It's looking quite good as well, so quite happy with the iterations going back and forth to get it to where it is. Yeah, that's live. Just sort of starting the countdown, sort of the big countdown for the release of the game. So as you can see, every single day we're going to be creating just activities, get people invested in the actual, you know, hype for the game. These activities for the weekend, I've already finished those up. So I've made this nonogram. I've made the jigsaw and dot to dot today, just on web pages. That hopefully works. And the digital wallpapers, I've thrown them together as well. Let me see if I can show them off. These are gifts. Made these gifts as well for the same purposes as well. But yeah, in here. So I've got the wallpapers as well. Put them in both 4K and 1080p. It's just sort of a screenshot, clipped out the UI and added a bit of a vignette just to make it look a bit prettier. So yeah, those are available to download, or well, will be by the time this video's out anyway. So yeah, check those out if you want to. There'll be a link in the Discord to get those. I know it's quite late, but I'm going to go over and start doing some trailer work as well. I do want to get some sort of trailer representation for this week, so Rob can check it for next week. Guys, it's Friday.
Hello, it's Friday. Friday.
I've got some DLC coming out, but that doesn't matter because Colour Voxels coming out today, so check it out. That's more important. It's a free-to-play game, so even if you're not on the fence about it, check it out, give it a play, leave us a review, and then you can wish list the DLC that'll be coming out in a week as well. So yeah, check that out.
Cool, yeah. And thank you to all our Patreon members, our Discord members, everyone who joined the streams, I imagine, throughout the week. I'm not there yet, but I imagine you've joined and had fun. Yeah, thank you all. Please check out Voxels.